Ernesto, and Carl.
I'm going to talk about background. Well, this book was wrote by Mary Shelley. The book is published in 1818, but 2 years before that, Mary Shelley and his husband went to visit a friend, and in that dinner, the friend challenged them to make a horror history, and then after that dinner, Mary Shelley had a nightmare, and then was the beginning of this history. Well, Mary Shelley was a British writer, and he was known by his histories in horror, gothic, romance, and science fiction. And this couple also was interested in the ability of the electricity to revive inert bodies, and with the challenge and the nightmare, the history of Frankenstein began. No? Well, in the history there are some characters like, the principal is Victor Frankenstein. Well, in the history he was young. He was young, and he went to the university. In the university, he started to study biology, and he was very interested in the secret of life. That's when in his lab he worked a lot, and then he went on. He created the monster. Well, the monster was created by Victor, and the monster was very ugly, and he was very angry because of that, because the people have fear, and when they saw him, they start to shout and... No. Harry is the best friend of Victor, and he helped him when he has some problems in the history story. Elizabeth is the wife, not the wife, is the girlfriend of Victor. The father is someone who helped Victor when he was ill. Her mother didn't appear much in the history because when she died, William is Victor's little brother, and he is and in the history he died also.
Okay. I'm going to talk about the beginning of the story. First, it started by saying that Victor lives in Geneva. He lives with his mother, his father, and his little brother, and also with his father's best friend's daughter. Then, when he was 18 years old, his mother died, and she told him and Elizabeth to get married because they were in love. But although Victor Frankenstein decided to go to Germany in Heidelberg in order to study his university, because he was interested in science like math and physics. What else? When his mother died, he went to Germany, and then there he started to study. His teachers and professors congratulate him because he was a very shy student, but he had he wanted to make a new creation. He wanted to know the difference between the line between life and death. So he started to to create his own laboratory at his own house. There, he recollects dead bodies and like recollect some parts of the bodies and join together. And there.
Well, I will explain the story. It was Victor's. He wanted to create a life focusing in another person to prevent the death. He was afraid of dying, and he started experimenting with dead people, and he created a monster. At the start of the story, we think that the monster name was Frankenstein, but not. It was because of the creator. When he created the monster, Victor took like 6 months crazy, because he was surprised about what he created. Then Frankenstein, or the monster,
So he became crazy.
like 6 months, and Frankenstein, or the monster, lived like 2 years in his own. He wasn't or hasn't education, and he started feeling depressed because he don't have a friend or a wife to be with him. He start murdering some people that was near to his creator. First, he murdered the brother of Victor. Then he murdered the wives of Victor. Victor's wives, or best friend, and then he started murdering some other people because Victor don't want to create a wife or a brother for him, because he thinks that the monster and with other monster will murder more people. At the end or conclusion, my friend Alexis.
Okay, in conclusion, it's about the last revenge. That it talk about that the monster killed Victor's wife because Victor doesn't want to create a wife from the monster, so he was angry and killed her in the honeymoon. So after that, Victor took the monster to a mountain where there's a lot of snow, but he said that it was a lot of cold, but the monster can't feel anything because he doesn't have like feelings about the weather. And finally, he was hunting the monster, but when Victor found it, the monster asked him to let it say something. So the monster said that Victor was guilty about what the monster did because Victor made him ugly and he doesn't want to make him a wife. So he was depressed and he was like with a kind of sadness that makes him to be aggressive and kill all the people about Victor's family. So after the monster said that, he walked and Victor killed him. And Victor stayed in the mountains waiting for his death along with the gold. And that's when the story finished.
Okay, we try to find some ethical message, but the only thing that we found is responsibility. For example, when Victor Frankenstein created the monster, he hasn't the responsibility to like raise him, and friendship also, because no one cares about the monster. Everyone said that he was ugly. They didn't want to be his friend, and I think that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.